This is Valley News Live at noon.
New at noon, after 3 months, the poultry exhibition ban in Minnesota is officially over. The ban was put in place in April and extended twice to reduce the risks of spreading bird flu throughout the state. The ban included all poultry swaps, fairs, exhibitions, and other events where live poultry and susceptible birds were brought together and then dispersed. It's a beautiful day, but we'll need to watch for rain this holiday weekend. Let's go to meteorologist Lisa Green with a quick check of the forecast. Lisa?
Well, good afternoon. Yes, it's been beautiful out there. Temperatures have been comfortable. We've had a lot of sunshine, especially in the southern end of the valley. As we take a look at our satellite map, though, no rain to show you here on the radar, but satellite is showing some clouds moving into the Devil's Lake area, a couple of cumulus clouds popping up over by the east as well. And this is something I'm going to be watching. Our short range models are starting to indicate that we could see an isolated shower or thunder shower even this afternoon that we'll have to look out for. And I'll explain more on that coming up. But right now it's beautiful. Temperatures are into the 60s and 70s, 74 in Fargo, and in Grand Forks we're 74. Bemidji's at 69, so almost to 70 there. And taking a look at your planner for today, we're going to see those temperatures rise in Fargo back into some low 80s, and we'll get some sun mixed in with a few cumulus clouds. And then heading into later tonight, we start to see those temperatures dip around the 10 o'clock hour. Most of us should have some good travel weather if you're hitting the road. Again, with that eye to the sky for any clouds that do develop, those could grow into a shower or a thunder shower this evening. And speaking of, your July 4th weekend outlook is looking unsettled. We've got chances for rain and thunder Saturday, Sunday, and the 4th. But here's the good news. Each day, it's not going to be the entire day. We've got big breaks in between, and we've got opportunities at getting some sunshine and enjoying some beautiful weather. Temperatures will be into the low to mid 80s coming up for the weekend. So really quite warm and pleasant for those who want to get out, especially to take a dip in the lake and the pool. But you'll have to keep an eye again on that radar in your Valley News Live weather app. I'll explain timing of these storms coming up in just a couple of minutes.
All right, we'll check back with you in a little bit. Thank you, Lisa. Breaking news just into the Valley News Live newsroom. Fire crews are trying to figure out what caused a dumpster fire in West Fargo. The initial call came in around 30 minutes ago at 5470 Lori Lane West. A reporter who just got on scene says it was put out rather quickly and no one was hurt. We'll share any updates we get onto our website at valleynewslive.com and our VNL News app. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled to limit the Environmental Protection Agency's power to regulate greenhouse gas emissions. The court's conservative majority sided with the coal industry and the 20 states that petitioned, including North Dakota. While this decision could positively impact jobs in North Dakota, many see it as a huge step back for cleaning up the state's pollution.
We went back to kind of the founding principles of environmental law, which is the states know best how to manage and protect the environment within their own borders. Let's empower the states to meet national objectives, which is what we're doing.
It's just going to be a devastating thing to take away that backstop and the protections that the EPA provided and the ability for them to regulate things like greenhouse gases, which are really important to regulate at this point during this time in the world. We will be one of the only major countries that's not going to be directly regulating greenhouse gases in the developed world, which is just horrifying.
Now, it's possible Congress will act to regulate greenhouse gas emissions, but it's unlikely. And North Dakota's delegation indicates they're not going to implement new regulations on energy anytime soon. Going into effect today in Minnesota, people 21 and older can now buy edibles and beverages that contain a limited amount of THC. Edibles like gummies and beverages can contain up to 5 milligrams of THC per serving and 50 milligrams per package. 5 milligrams is about half the standard dose found in recreational marijuana products in other states. Under the new law, new THC products must be derived from legally certified hemp. Cannabis advocates say they're surprised that the law passed the Minnesota legislature, given Senate Republicans' opposition to recreational marijuana legalization. Fargo police are searching for a high-risk sex offender after he failed to tell police where he is. Police are looking for 36-year-old Ethan James Bendixson. Bendixson is Native American, has brown eyes and brown hair. He was convicted in October of 2016 for abusive sexual contact of a minor and is a lifetime registrant. A warrant has been issued for his arrest here in Cass County. Police do say that if you see him, call 911 and do not approach him. Today, Joe Biden will meet with 10 Democratic governors who vowed to protect abortion rights. Meanwhile, abortion rights advocates in states around the nation are taking their fight to the courts and to the polls. Skylar Henry has more from the White House.
Today, President Biden holds a virtual meeting with a group of Democratic governors to discuss the future of abortion rights.
It is a mistake, in my view, for the Supreme Court to do what it did.
It comes one day after the president slammed the High Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade on the world stage. He also announced his support for a change in Senate rules, despite previous opposition from 2 moderate Democrats.
I believe we have to codify Roe v. Wade, and if the filibuster gets in the way, it's like voting rights. It should be, we provide an exception.
In a statement, Senate GOP leader Mitch McConnell slammed the president's remarks as an inappropriate attack on the court, adding the people will now have a say on abortion rights. The Democrats have seized the issue to rally voters ahead of this year's midterm elections, with abortion measures already expected on some state ballots. Planned Parenthood and other supporters of abortion rights have also turned to state courts. In Florida, a judge said he'd temporarily block the state's 15-week ban under the state constitution, following similar rulings in other states.
It was not, of course, something, that we were happy to see.
Florida's Republican governor has vowed to continue the legal battle. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
This week, the Department of Health and Human Services laid out steps it's taking to support family planning services. Does size matter when it comes to being vaccinated against COVID? Coming up at noon, we'll tell you how a new study shows how body types are affected differently by the COVID vaccine. But next, the skies look to stay clear with dry conditions expected for the rest of the day. Meteorologist Lisa Green has weather to plan your holiday weekend.